Hey everybody, it's Warren. Welcome to Vlore Albania. Julie and I are taking the dogs and our car onto a ferry from the normally summer town of Vlore Albania over to Brindisi, Italy as we travel on to Siracusa. It's January right now and it's winter in Albania, and we're going to spend a night here before jumping on the ferry. So stick around as we share Vlore Albania and our journey to Brindisi by ferry. Okay, so this is where we're gonna hang out to the ferry. It's $36 a night is what it comes out to after the exchange rate. And we just threw some stuff down, so forgive the little bit of mess we're making at the moment. But it's a nice little apartment, so we're here a day before the ferry. And it's got a nice little kitchen. We'll make some more fresh dog food for the girls because they're spoiled and they get that homemade stuff. But we are really close to the ferry, and that's where we will catch the ferry tomorrow. First, we did a little recon and walked over to the ferry area where we are supposed to check in tomorrow, so we knew where to go. So behind us is where we're going to drive through tomorrow. We figured out where to at least check in, so we're trying to make sure it goes as smooth as possible. But if you watch this video when you do it, it will go smooth for you. You feel good about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. It's our first time, especially with the dogs.
Yeah. Okay, so this is where we're staying here in the Veranda Hotel, and the Brooklyn restaurant is right underneath. It's actually not the Veranda Hotel, that's just the building. So it's an Airbnb that we're staying in, and we'll put the link in the video description if you want to stay here. And there's also a grocery store down here at the bottom called Big Market. So this has everything we need right here before we're jumping onto the ship tomorrow.
And the little coffee shop, Lucas.
Oh yes, coffee shop right next door as well, Lucas. So we're gonna go and eat at Brooklyn. Currently the dollar's at its weakest point since 2011 against the Albanian lek, so hopefully when you're here you'll get a better exchange. We took a seat outside on the patio with the dogs. It was comfortable. There we go. Ready for some grub? Well, Arya was definitely ready for some grub. Super convenient to have a restaurant right downstairs, and it's not too pricey, but it's probably more expensive than some of the places that would be, I don't know, maybe not in the tourist area, but it's still very reasonable. The restaurant here was nice. The dogs enjoyed it, and it was great to have a nice place where they were welcomed. Something we were really starting to notice was this summer town of Vlore Albania is actually a year-round town. Well, there's going to be a lot of tourists here in the summertime. There's still people here walking on the streets, cars going by, and people live here. So it's a good potential place to come back to, especially if you're looking for a non-Schengen location, if you're a nomad or traveler like we are. So we got a good-sized pizza. It's almost half gone right now, and Julie's been helping me, and she's got some chicken, potatoes, and carrots and asparagus there. And we got some water. So far, the pizza's great. So our total for today was 1,540 lev, which came out to $16.25. So a pretty good meal for what we ended up paying. We made it an early night so that we can maximize our next day before we had to jump on the ferry. You happy? Go run, go run. Bringing our dogs on the ferry, we knew that we need to get their energy out. So having this beach to be able to stroll down and letting them run around was just what the doctor ordered. The lifeguard is on the beach. Look at her. She sees somebody in the water. She's off to the rescue. Ah! Our original ferry schedule had us leaving at 2 p.m., arriving in Brindisi, Italy at 7:30. We received a text that we were now going to be on a ship that was leaving at 11 p.m. and arriving at 7 a.m. We were fortunate our kind Airbnb host let us go ahead and stay in our apartment at no extra cost for a few more hours, so we didn't have to go hang out on the streets. When we booked the more expensive daytime cruise across the Adriatic. However, it looks like we were put on the cheaper one, and we haven't heard anything about a refund coming to us. To be clear, that 2 p.m. ferry was completely canceled. So one of the unfortunate things about beaches in the winter Ari can attest to this. It's hard to find a pristine beach. Almost every beach has trash that's washed up over the winter, and it's not getting the same type of attention as it gets in the summertime. So whether it's in Greece, Albania, Montenegro, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, unfortunately beaches at this time of the year are not going to be as pretty as you see them in the summertime. So just be forewarned and look past it. If you're new to our channel, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our 2 dogs, trying to see what it's like to live in other places, other countries, and try to share our experiences and expenses with you. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. We also travel with medical insurance as we travel to different countries. And if you want to know more about the medical insurance that we carry, I am an appointed agent, so send me an email at warrenjulietravel@gmail.com and I will send you our information. We have a $2,500 deductible policy on us with $1 million worth of coverage, and it costs us currently in 2024 about $240 a month. It's a little bar near our house. It's got their prices here. Now don't be confused, that Budweiser is not the American Budweiser, that's the European Budweiser. So if you're looking for beers, you're looking for cocktails, and then they've got what they call Olympia beers. Anyway, little bar right here near us. So let's talk about the cost of the ferry. We're doing a pet cabin and we're bringing our car. So we had to do a 3-bed cabin. So we're paying for a third person that doesn't exist. That's 225 euros for the round trip. And then it's 75 euros round trip for the car, 60 euros round trip port charges and fuel, and 15 euros for the booking fee. Now we had to go through another company called netferry.com. It was impossible for us to add our pets onto the ticket without assistance. We saved money by using them because they were able to get us a reduced rate for that third additional bed. So we definitely recommend going and using netferry.com, especially if you're trying to travel with pets. So our total of our trip is 374 euros or $407 at today's rate. So we're here 3 hours early to check in, no place to park, emergency blinkers on while Julie's going in to check in and get us our tickets so we can drive on. Yeah, what do you say?
I tried to give him all this paperwork and he goes, no.
So you
That's for the police.
So you know where we're going?
Yes, we're going to go through this gate.
Okay.
According to him.
And you have tickets?
I have tickets.
Looks like we're finally on our way. Trying to find where the boat is.
You know, I want to say on camera, I'm anxious over this because this is a first for us. And of course, we're bringing the pets and that's a little nerve-wracking. So, you know, we've got a little anxiety here.
So it looks like we have a border checkpoint where you get out your passport and come through here and check out of Albania.
Okay, we have cleared passport control and now onward to the Ionian Star.
Okay, so I'm driving along, see the boat, nobody telling me what to do, so I'm driving on and not so quick. Hey buddy, get off our boat. Not you, not yet.
We're too early.
So we're waiting to get onto the boat with our car, and just so you know, when you go through that border, it is like a regular border coming over to the boat. So have all your documents ready, passports, insurance paperwork for the car. You know, you're going to need everything, just like you're going across the land border. Okay, waiting to get on. And can't wait to get to our cabin. So this was a disorganized mess. Nobody knew how to park and nobody knew what order to go in, and people were just jumping in line as they showed up. So to call this disorganized would be a compliment. So cars are showing up, and it doesn't matter if you've been waiting an hour and a half, people will show up and still just jump to the front. The crew guy that's supposed to be directing all this shows up late to the party and starts directing people and getting upset with them when they had nobody to give them guidance to start with. But anyway, go ahead and be the last ones here. You'll be the first ones on. So the guy over there He shows up an hour and a half after we've been sitting here and then starts trying to take control. So after 2 hours of waiting to get on the ship, how do you feel, honey?
Like we shouldn't have gone as early as we did.
Well, unfortunately, they do tell you to be here 3 hours before. Her initial one said 2 hours before, but anyhow, they have us sitting here, and it's getting a little frustrating. We watched a lot of the foot passengers go on, the motorcycles go on, and a lot more cars and trucks have shown up, but you know, they've stopped showing up probably about 40 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, but we are not going anywhere fast, and we've got about a little over an hour and 20 minutes till we are supposed to be departing, so hopefully we'll get on eventually.
Yeah, we might be shoving off a little late.
It feels like it. I'm not holding my breath. Back in the semis in. Okay, they're backing this guy in. He's got a double trailer. Three hours of waiting. We're still not on the boat. What do you think?
My frustration level's getting there.
And there is no toilet around.
No.
So it's actually departure time, and we are sitting here in the car, and the crew is just hanging out, smoking and joking. Not sure what's going on, and no information provided. Okay, Abby is in the parking garage. Ready? Let's go. Okay. All the way up, girl. So the inside of the ship looked really pleasant. There's a dining area, a large dining area that we walked through. Obviously, this ship can carry a lot more people than are going to be on this trip today. And, you know, felt like maybe things are going to go a bit better here once we got past the chaos of boarding the ship. We had to find reception so we can get the keys to our cabin. Okay, there's reception. We brought puppy pads and puppy diapers and hoping for the best, but there is a place for the dogs to go to the restroom, and this guy is showing us where to find it.
Bulgaria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
For the last. Yeah.
All the way at the end?
Yeah, for the last. There.
Okay, the white room?
Yeah, Bulgaria.
Okay, super. So this is... Let's go see where we're living for the night. So here is our cabin. We've got bunk beds, we got a single bed.
We have a refrigerator.
Oh, great, and TV. And it looks like we got a couple small closets. Here, hold
I
on.
haven't opened anything.
And let's take a look. Yep, a closet. And we have the most important item in a ship, our own bathroom with a shower. So Ari, Katie, you happy? Happy to be somewhere, even if you don't know where here is. These beds, how do they feel? Actually feels pretty good. Okay, we're heading to the potty place for the girls, huh? I gotta see, where do the dogs go to the bathroom on the boat? We do have a pad that we brought, but there's a room back here that's going to be for the dogs. Oh, look, there's the bar. And here, so this is the dog room. So, okay, so so this is where the dogs go potty. So this is where the dogs are supposed to do their pee and their poop. Okay, you gonna pee? Go ahead, go potty, girls. Yeah, I think he's standing in the pee, doesn't know it. Okay, so we have an actual bar in here, but because the dogs aren't allowed in, we won't be checking that out too much. But if you're coming on and you don't have our precious cargo, you can go check out the bar. So, and if you're not doing a room, you'll have seats like these over there. Of course, you go sit out here if it's nice out. We're in the room. It took a really long time, longer than we expected. 3+ hours of sitting around in the car. And anyway, we're not leaving on time. It's already after time for us to depart.
So our total came to 374 euros. And of that, we had to pay, unfortunately, for a 3-berth outside cabin because that's all that was available for pet friendly. So if you're going to travel with your pets, you have to do pet friendly. And a tip, with NetFerry and other companies like it, make sure that you contact them for help, because if you try to do all this on your own and you don't get it right, you might not have the pets on board, you might not have the car correct. So just, give them a call.
Julie, you said NetFerry. Is that a website?
Yes, netferry.com. And so far, it's really a nice ship, and the beds are actually decently comfortable. So
we're going to be optimistic that the trouble coming on was not going to be indicative of the entire trip.
That's correct.
So as we hunker down for the night, don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't already done that, why not? Come on, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and continue to follow us as we travel through Europe. Good morning. So we had about 4.5 hours sleep each. We said maybe 4.5 hours off and on. It did get a little rocking last night, about 1.5 meter waves, but overall not enough to make me get seasick, so it was all fine. We took the dogs to go potty this morning, and the places where they're supposed to potty is full of smokers, so I don't know if they're making the smoking section where the dogs are supposed to pee and poop, but if you're a smoker and you're going somewhere and the ground looks a little dirty on the boat, know that you're probably standing around in dried up pee and poop. Just stay outside. Don't go in that little white room. That's where the dogs gotta go. So we're packing up and getting ready to head down to the car and see what this whole deboarding process is like. We woke up on our own, but when I was out with the dogs, Julie had somebody came, knocked on the door, and was waking people up. So we were a little worried that we'd oversleep and find out everybody's off the boat but us. So that's how it goes. When the announcements were going off, we have no idea what they were saying. We just heard a little garble in that background, so we figured we'd better find out what was going on. So now, to be honest with you, the way to get on the ship sucked. Now, we learned after the fact, and I don't think anybody else on the line with the cars knew either, that you could actually leave your car and go on like a foot person and then come back for your car. So you don't necessarily have to wait the 3 hours. We didn't know that, and nobody else sitting in their cars knew that as well. So we could have brought our stuff up to the cabin. So if you're coming here, keep that in mind. And while I am tired, I'd rather have slept 8 hours. I would say that the beds were really comfortable. And Julie, do you think the bed was comfortable?
Incredibly, and I'm very fussy.
Now, I slept down here and the girls ended up joining me. Julie slept up there last night. We wanted to make sure we got some decent sleep, but it went, we got some sleep. I got some circles under my eyes, but it's 7 hours of driving ahead to Sicily. So hopefully things go smooth getting off and getting into Italy. So we were instructed to hang out over in the restaurant area, actually the bar, with the dogs, and there's food and sandwiches and coffee out here as well. But this is where we had to go and sit and wait to be allowed to enter the garage. Now, if you are traveling with your pets, don't forget to have your EU pet passport with you or your international health certificates. And as a reminder, if you haven't been following us, our dogs have EU pet passports. And no, you do not have to be a member of an EU country or have a residency in an EU country to have that EU pet passport. So something valuable you will want to have. Simply locate a vet in an EU country, bring your paperwork, and have the passport made, and ensure you keep it up to date with all their shot records. Okay, so we're coming into Italy. We'll be heading down to the garage pretty soon. We're down on the bar waiting to go to the garage. So this is, I guess, the rally point. So soon. Getting off the boat was a little chaotic, but it wasn't near the ordeal as getting on the boat. So we're off. That's the important thing. Okay, so we're going through border control here in Italy now. So far so good, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
So 7 hours and 20 minutes of driving to go to Syracuse, Sicily. Our ferry experience was full of ups and downs, but I think the ups outweighed the downs.
I do too.
It saved us 1,200 kilometers of driving and probably at least 2 days of Airbnbs and stays along the road. So while it cost us money, it saved us money, and I didn't get a full 8 hours sleep, but it was something. And any complaints beyond what we've already expressed?
Absolutely not. It was comfortable.
Okay. So anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe, give this video a like, and until next time, have a great day, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.